Okay, so what's your name and what is your segment called?
It's rolling. Holy.
What's your name and your segment called?
My name is Orien, and you guys elected to call it Zero2Orien.
So we're going to answer some questions about relationships today.
Oh my God.
And what brought on the surge of empowerment for relationships, in simple terms.
I feel like I'm a bloody notebook of relationship drama.
Okay.
That's pretty short.
Okay. So I compiled a few questions for you.
Carmen or fruit explosion, Kiki loves snow.
Hey. All right.
Silence your phone.
That's gonna be on. That's gonna be on the thing. It's like, oh, Carmen, fruit explosion, whatever she put in there.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of cute, so I left it in there.
Okay. So back to it. I have a few questions for you. So the first question is, what's the biggest lesson you've learned through your past relationships?
Don't get married. I know it's probably gonna cross a lot of people's lines, but people change. People change a lot, and I feel like the only reason why people get married is because of the church tells you to do it, and that's the right thing to do. If people love each other, they'll remain together for as long as they want. But I feel like when you take that next level to the marriage stage, even the engagement stage, people change. You know, whether it's a guy or a girl, they'll do whatever it takes to get to that engagement level. They'll change, and if they want to get married, they'll do things you want. They'll do things to satisfy you, and once you lock them in or get locked in, it's just they change. People change big time. So be with someone because you love with them. You don't have to get married to them. It's not, I don't know, the government likes to take our money one way or another. That's my opinion.
So if you love someone, a piece of paper doesn't change it, right?
Exactly. Rob has been with Audrey for so many years and they're not married.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see what the point of, like, the way everything's set up right now nowadays with social networking and the way people are meeting other people are going to find other people, and it's going to suck. You know, these lawyers taking huge amounts of money on these divorce settlements, and it just gets ugly with all of this stuff. I don't know. That's my opinion. I don't think anyone should get married. Or if you do want to get married, wait till you're like 30 plus years old because you stop kind of changing at that age.
So the next question is, what in your opinion is the main goal in a successful relationship?
Main goal?
Mm-hmm. Or what do you need to strive to be in a successful relationship?
You're not striving, or there really is no goal
Okay.
to having a successful relationship. Everyone's going to be who they are. There is no such thing as right and wrong. And the only way people work out is if they're on basically the same frequency. If you're on two different frequency levels, it doesn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people will either mesh or don't mesh. But, you know, if you walk into your house, and you're scared of what your spouse is going to tell you what to do next, and you're walking on eggshells, then you got problems, right? You know, relationships shouldn't be like that. But again, it's happened to me, and if you guys, you know, like with me and Carmen, we know, let's say a messy room, for example. We know it should be cleaned. We want it to be cleaned, but we're not going to kill each other over because we work, and we'll get to it when we can, right? It's just little things like that. If you're not on the same frequency, then it's not going to work out.
Mm-hmm.
There's no goals to change it. Don't change yourself to be like what the other person wants, because that only lasts for so long. It's all temporary.
My next question is, do you have any regrets with your past relationships? If so, what are they?
No regrets at all, because I wouldn't be doing this little video if there was any regrets. And people could take what they want from this, from my experience, from my telling you guys whatever. But yeah, you're gonna live, you're gonna learn. That's what life's all about, is experience. You know, if you want to, like I said, if you want to get married, get married. But I'm just, you guys are gonna do what you're gonna do. That's it.
So that leads into my next question. Have your past relationships shaped the person you are today?
100%.
If so, how?
Well, for me, dealing with situations is a big issue. Me losing my at the heat of the moment, saying things that I shouldn't say, which, you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are like that, but it's easier to kind of take a deep breath, set yourself 10 minutes aside, and then kind of talk about it. Because when you push someone, they're just going to push you back, and information and proper communication doesn't happen like that, or like that's how it'll happen without, you know, pushing, without yelling doesn't get you anywhere. Go yell like I did the other day, by yourself up in the shop if you're angry about something. Write it down in your, I find if you write down what you want to say to somebody, and you can say it and you can write down the nastiest shit ever, it takes out a lot of the stress, a lot of that heat built up inside of you. Obviously, don't show that to that person, but put it in your phone, write down a thing, and just crumple it up, and then just like throw it away, because that takes out a lot of potential problems by doing that.
So don't keep it all bottled up. Put it on paper and throw it away. Maybe think about what you're gonna say next instead of saying that really bad thing.
Yeah, you can't address any situation heated. It's never a good thing. It is never. And the words that come out of your mouth, you'll never put it back in your mouth. You'll never reverse it. And words are more painful than any sort of materialistic object or whatever. It shoots you right at the heart. And sometimes you look back and it's like, I shouldn't have said some of those things. And yeah, like I said, there are some things that I regret saying, but if it wasn't for those situations, I wouldn't have learned to become a better person, a better way to handle my anger management.
My next question is, what's something someone should have told you before getting into a relationship? A serious relationship.
I think someone did tell me, don't get married.
Okay. So that's the bottom line, the whole thing. Don't get married.
Well, that's very harsh advice for anybody. Don't get married. But if there's ever any second thoughts before getting into the marriage, no, everyone's different.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what someone should have, would have, could have told me in the past. The situations are different, and people are going to take their risks, and people are going to live with their happiness or their consequences. As simple as that. Learn from your past. Don't do the same thing over and over, because that becomes insane.
Okay, so I'm going to end this interview with one last question, and it's going to be a different kind of question. It's a would you rather.
Would I rather?
So would you rather have life rewind or have life go forward? No, so if there's a button for you to go like 10 years ago or go 10 years forward, which one would you choose?
And then I live that moment?
Yes.
Based on what I'm doing today?
Yes.
Oh, jeez, that's a tough one. This is like that movie, The Butterfly Effect, where really none of this, it's all the wrong answers.
Yeah. Or like, are you going to choose the red pill or the blue pill?
Well, if I move 10 years forward, I get 10 years older, and maybe I might not be alive by then. But if age doesn't take into consideration, I don't know. That's a tough one. Probably, I missed 10 years of my life, so I go back 10 years.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what's happening between now and 10 years from now.
So would you rather go back 10 years
Well, I
and
would go
reset
back.
your life?
Well, I would miss 10 years of my life if I went from now till then, right?
Right.
And I wouldn't enjoy or experience anything that's within those 10 years. So that it's like a process of elimination. So yes, I would go back 10 years, and well, yes, I would make some changes.
Yeah.
If that's what you wanted to hear.
Well, no, it was just a random like,
But
would you rather, right?
When you say that, when you say, oh, I would make some changes, you know what? From what happened 10 years ago, so there are beautiful outcomes. I love my 3 boys, and if I were to change a little stupid thing 10 years ago, maybe they wouldn't exist today.
Yeah.
So that's the loaded question.
Yeah.
Then, oh
Yes,
man,
you
I would
go
just
back.
flip this table. I would go forward because
switching it up?
because I wouldn't. Yeah, I would go forward. I may miss that, but I may lose a bunch of beautiful things that I gained within the last 10 years. Forward it is.
Forward it is. Awesome. Okay, thanks for sitting down today.
All right, no problem.